Hi, welcome to your astrology forecast for August 26th to September 2nd, 2015. So on August 26th, Mercury in Virgo sextiled Saturn in Scorpio, and the moon in Capricorn was also involved here, trining Mercury in Virgo and sextiling Saturn in Scorpio. And not only that, but the sun conjuncted Jupiter in Virgo on that day as well. Exactly. So normally when the sun is conjunct Jupiter, we're going to feel a sense of expansion and vitality and energy, and really a feeling that we can do anything and go anywhere we want, and that kind of feeling that we're really on top of the world. And we will feel especially like that if we are getting the things done that we wish to get done on a more practical level, like day-to-day responsibilities and taking care of our health. And if we're taking care of our health, we'll especially feel very energetic. And when Mercury was sextile Saturn and trining the moon in Capricorn, we might have actually felt a bit blocked, especially when it came to our communication, and our emotional state may have been at a more somber kind of feeling. But if we were able to get the things done that we really felt like we had to get done, and that sense of, the sense of weight that Saturn brought, if we were able to work through that weight and do the stuff that was weighing on us, then we could have really tapped into that expansive energy. Otherwise, we might have felt a bit heavy and kind of blocked and somber on the 26th. But the good news is this conjunction with Jupiter, the sun conjunct Jupiter, has been kind of felt before and after this day. So as long as we're getting our health on track and our daily responsibilities done, we should feel really well, feel really good and expansive and energetic and really on top of the world, generally speaking. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there, because what's interesting is that that whole thing was going on the day that it exactly conjuncted. So we really didn't feel as expansive as we should have, really, if you think about it. But anyways, on August 27th, the moon moved into Aquarius and Mercury moved into Libra as well. So the mood should have lightened up a bit and gotten a lot more intellectual, and conversations should have flowed a lot smoother after this initial trine, or sextile, well, both trine and sextile to Saturn, because both the moon and Mercury were involved in those, and now they're both in air signs. So yeah, our perspectives should be more objective and more able to understand all perspectives in general, and able to communicate our emotions in a more intellectual fashion, and look at our emotions in a more intellectual and rational way that can be beneficial for all involved, so that we can be more objective when it comes to emotional matters. And that's always great when it comes to dealing with other perspectives. And then August 28th, Mercury in Libra conjuncts the North Node in Libra. So conversations can be very important during this time, very evolutionary and very destiny oriented, very a sense of being destined. This can be with one-on-one situations, or a relationship, or even with neighbors, because Mercury can have to do with neighbors. And so wherever Libra is in your chart, if you have communications around that area of life, it will be for the evolution of your soul, or very destined to bring something about that will bring you an evolutionary change. So on August 29th, the moon moves into Pisces, it opposes Jupiter and the Sun in Virgo, and conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, which is also opposing the Sun and Jupiter in Virgo. So basically, we've got the Sun and Jupiter on one side in Virgo, and the Moon and Neptune on the opposite side in Pisces. And this is a full moon. So this is a very spiritual, philosophical kind of full moon. And at the same time, can be very practically applied in service to the collective. So Jupiter can see the bigger picture, and it can see what needs to be brought more awareness to, and the Sun in Virgo can make it very practically applied. Both Jupiter and the Sun in Virgo can make it very practically applied. Basically, Jupiter's going to be having us implement the philosophies that we hold dear, the beliefs that we hold dear, the things that we really believe in can be brought into reality. And the Moon in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces is bringing that bigger vision and also showing where we really need to look into, the places that have been neglected, the places that have been in pain, the places that need that healing and need love, the universal love, to be brought to them. So at this time, there's going to be a sense of awareness and a need for service, a need for people to really bring healing and bring what they can to those parts that have been neglected, those places in our world that have been in pain, the places that have been lost and have no direction even, possibly. So the Sun and Jupiter in Virgo is bringing that sense of direction and that sense of maybe each of us able to do what we can to help each other, help all of us, help, everybody on this planet, and even the planet, because Virgo is very environmentally aware. And Jupiter is going to bring even more awareness to that sense of what we're doing to our world and what we're doing to our bodies as well. And so, there's also the sense of needing to be more conscious of what we put into our bodies as well, especially because Neptune rules drugs and alcohol and I think that sort of basically mind-altering substances. So there's a need to become more aware of that sort of aspect as well. The Moon in Pisces and Neptune sextile Pluto in Capricorn, and they both in conjunct Mars and Venus in Leo, creating a yod. So, with the Moon and Neptune, sextile Pluto and Capricorn, this is bringing much awareness to what needs to be transformed, the darkness in our world, the places that need help, the places that need to be changed and allowed for them to thrive. Pluto in Capricorn is bringing awareness of what we can do in our careers to transform these things and to bring healing to the planet. This combination is bringing healing through what we can do as a career or as a public figure or as your sense of status. And that's kind of interesting because the internet is bringing that kind of thing to people, more of a grassroots kind of situation when it comes to that area of life. So this combination is able to really connect the people who are being neglected and the people who can actually do something about that. And then in conjunct Mars and Venus in Leo, Mars and Venus in Leo is a very creative connection. Mars being the masculine, Venus being the feminine. Mars is able to really do something and also create from that doing place, that getting stuff done place, bringing more energy to the creativity. Venus is very receptive and open to new ideas, able to allow for creativity to flow forward. And so we've got that combination. It's the masculine and feminine coming together to make a baby. No, but really, it could be that too, because Leo is about children as well. So you could actually get pregnant during this time, probably more easily, or have a baby or something of that nature. But it's also about bringing forward this whole healing and transformation and bringing forward new ideas that can help the people who are not able to help themselves, perhaps. So, on August 30th, the moon conjuncts Chiron in Pisces. So this is also bringing awareness to the wounds in our collective that need to be healed. I talked a lot about this already in the last two things I just talked about. So basically bringing healing and awareness, and also healing yourself and helping others to heal themselves by sharing what you've learned through your own process of healing. That's basically what Chiron's all about, is the wounded healer. So as you heal yourself, you heal others, and that's kind of how Chiron in Pisces is working right now, because Pisces is the collective, so we're healing ourselves and healing the collective, and just kind of a whole big collective healing happening at this time. And then August 31st, the moon moves into Aries and conjuncts the South Node in Aries, as well as opposing the North Node and Mercury in Libra at the same time. So, the moon conjunct the South Node is going to really get us in touch with ourselves and be very honest with ourselves. And the only thing we really need to watch out for is being either too selfish in that and not thinking about the other person's point of view. That's why the North Node is so important at this time, because the North Node's what we're trying to move towards. The South Node's what we're used to and what we are most naturally drawn to. And of course, Aries also rules war and sometimes can be too impulsive or reactive and temperamental at times. And it's very action-oriented as well. There is that need to be aware of ourselves, though, as well. So it's not like the South Node in Aries is only focused on the negative. It's just trying to move away from what's overdeveloped. But we also have to stay in touch with ourselves as well and be true to ourselves. And that's the part of the South Node in Aries that we really need to keep focused on as well. And staying action-oriented enough to where we're getting what we need to do done. But the South Node in Aries can be overdeveloped to the point where we're bulldozing over others. So the North Node in Libra is trying to help find that nice balance and be more diplomatic in how we deal with issues and being more aware of the other people's points of view. And Mercury being there can help us to communicate with that diplomacy that we need and to resolve issues of conflict with communication and objectivity and being open to the other people that are involved. So that's a good thing about that. And then the Sun in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces, also on August 31st. So I did touch on this with the full moon situation, but the Sun in Virgo is really going to shed light on what we can personally do to serve other people when it comes to collective needs collective areas that are neglected and need love and healing, generally speaking. Could have to do with health and work, even, because Virgo rules employment and service to others. So that could go either way. Perhaps there can be a situation that can bring work to people who need work, or a situation where what you do for work can serve other people, or even just volunteering and doing work for others, not even as an employment situation, but as service. Yeah. And then Venus conjuncts Mars in Leo exactly on that day as well, August 31st, that is. So, as I said, with Venus conjunct Mars and Leo, this is the masculine and the feminine coming together. It's peace, love, war, sex, being united, because Venus is about peace and love, Mars is about war and sex to a degree, the masculine side of sex. Venus is also about that as well. So this is a very creative, very unifying situation when it comes to romance and love. So romance and love is extremely highlighted here. There's a unification, a combination of that, the forces of masculine and feminine, the receptivity and the aggression. So this can be, I mean, super creative when it comes to creative projects, and very much about giving and receiving and love. And I mean, what can I really express any further than that? I mean, Leo's about expression, so it's very much about expression of love and being expressed too. So it's really just very romantic, very about the joining together of those two forces, and could even be about having a baby. So, fertility could be heightened at this time, or maybe people are having babies soon, and that could be expressed as well in that way. And then September 1st, the moon conjuncts Uranus and Aries. So surprises could occur on this day, and you may feel a lot more free to express your feelings, and you may even be more in tune with yourself and your higher self, and how your emotional state is in terms of yourself and higher self, and you'll be able to just be yourself easier, and you may even have some unexpected feelings come up and very unexpected insights around your feelings. And going into those feelings can help you to become more aware of who you are at a deeper level. And then September 2nd, the moon moves into Taurus. So this can bring more practical matters into play. We can take care of finances easier. We can get in touch with our more instinctual side of things, our more sensual side of things, be more in tune with our bodies, and really want to, get in touch with the food, and just getting a massage would be a good idea, and enjoying the finer things in life, enjoying the things that you own, and maybe just dealing with the things that you own, taking care of your space maybe a little bit. I mean, Taurus doesn't rule the home, but it can rule the things in your home, so you could maybe deal with things like that. But ultimately, it's also great for having more of a sense of money. Like, maybe you'll be more in tune with where you can earn more, or it'll be just finances will come easier to you on this day. And then the moon in Taurus sextiles Neptune in Pisces, and they both in conjunct Mercury in Libra, creating another yod. So this whole sense of being very in touch with your instinctual side and your intuitive side can help you to kind of sense what needs to basically occur either financially or within a collective sense. Maybe you'll feel like maybe you can help people with money, even being more generous with your money and helping the collective in the way that you can with your money. With them in conjunct Mercury and Libra, the challenge is to basically communicate these senses that you're getting, these intuitive feelings that you're getting, and being able to communicate them in a way that helps others understand what can be done, what maybe can be done to help others, or what can be done to help themselves financially even. So maybe Mercury and Libra can kind of bring a new perspective in these areas. Collectively, generally, collectively, maybe Libra can kind of bring a new perspective when it comes to money matters or something of that nature. And then, also on September 2nd, there's a grand trine that occurs between the moon in Taurus, the sun in Virgo, and Pluto in Capricorn. So there could be a very deep and unconscious insight that comes through when it comes to money, work, and your career. Maybe something very transformative can come forward that can help your career, or something from under the surface can transform your career or your money situation, that maybe somebody like a mentor reveals something to you that really just transforms your whole outlook on those things, and you can start making some real changes in those areas if you implement this deeper and unconscious insight. And there could even be deeper unconscious insights about how you feel about those things, or about people that involve those things, or there could be transformations about how you feel about money, or just how you feel about your job or your career. So, this whole area, there's like some dark places being revealed that can bring like new light can be shed in those areas, and just bring something to the table that really makes a big difference in those areas. Okay, that's it for the week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you very soon. Have an awesome week.